Hey fellow YouTubers, JJ the Trucker coming to you once again from El Paso, Texas. And boy, do I have a treat for you guys today. Today is going to be a scenic ride. You guys are going to enjoy it. So first and foremost, get on the interstate here. So first and foremost, if you have not watched my previous video where I went through El Paso,
take the exit on the left to I-10 West. All
right. Yeah, thank you, Nagatha. Nagatha's going to be guiding us on our journey here. If you're new to the channel, that's Nagatha Christie. It's my GPS. I named her Nagatha because she's nagging me all the time, always telling me where to go and what to do. She's like a backseat driver. So anyway, let me get on this interstate here. So yeah, if you haven't watched my previous video, which was me taking you through El Paso, heading eastbound on I-10, pause this video, go watch that real quick. You'll enjoy it.
On the left to I-10 West.
That video has become really popular. And man, there's so many comments from those in El Paso. I did not know I had so many subscribers and so many of you guys out here in El Paso. I definitely want to do something with you guys one of these days. Not today, because this was kind of a last minute thing, kind of. But yeah, I definitely want to do something with you guys. But today, thanks to all the comments that I got, we're going to do something special. Oscar Garcia started this whole thing and told me about the Beltway.
I-10 West.
Right? There is a Beltway that goes even closer to the border, like rides all along the border. It's the 375 loop. It used to be a tollway. They don't collect tolls anymore. Let me get on this highway real quick.
In 1 3/4 miles, take exit 34 on the right to Texas 375 loop.
All right, there we go. And you'll see we've got a different view this time. I've set up the camera mount a little differently. Hopefully it holds because it is set up in a kind of a challenging spot. But yeah, you're going to get the view out of my driver's side. So hopefully we get a good view. But apparently this is just absolutely perfect.
In 1 1/4 miles, take exit 34 on the right to Texas 375 loop.
All right. I've got some stuff to talk about too while we are on this journey. But first and foremost, if you are again new to the channel, the first thing I always pay attention to is the traffic and my surroundings. So if you hear some silence, that means you know, something's going on, or I'm paying attention to the road, or something going on. All right, so bear with that silence and enjoy the view and the scenery. You can kind of already see Mexico off in the distance there. That is Ciudad Juarez, or the city of Juarez. Yeah, let's go ahead and get on over here. So we are actually 2 lanes to exit, so we're good. We're sticking right here. And I hope this view is as good as they say it is. Beautiful day out today.
Exit 34 on the right to Texas 375 loop.
So yeah, they don't collect tolls anymore. I don't know if they ever did,
1/2 mile,
but they don't.
To Texas 375 loop south.
So yeah, beautiful day. It's 57 degrees out, so it's a little chilly on the outside, but not too windy.
Be in the left lane.
Nice and sunny. A little smoggy over there. I can definitely see the smog, and you'll see the smog here in a moment as we go over this overpass here, this flyover. I love flyovers, man. You get such a great view of everything. Look at that. There you go. That is Juarez, Mexico right there. All right, this is my first time on this loop, so it's a new experience for me. Jake brakes on here, slow us down a little. That going, that's a steep downhill. All right. Whew, man, I got a whole lot of history on the city of El Paso through all your guys' comments. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, got to get over here.
Continue on Texas 375 loop.
And if you want to see some of that history and some of that information, again, check out my last video and go through the comments, man. Those comments were just something. A lot of good discussions, a lot of history, a lot of information from locals, people who live here, people who live in Juarez. Man, fantastic. I appreciate all those comments. And if you've got more information, you know, if you're seeing something that I don't hit on or I'm not sure of as we're going along, man, throw that in the comments. I'd love to learn. You know, all the viewers just love seeing that stuff too and reading through. So I appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, we are still in El Paso, the eastern part. So this journey is going to be about a 30-minute total journey from what I gather here. Speed limit is only 60, so a little slower. I believe in El Paso proper it was 75. Well, it was 80 earlier, and then goes down all the way down to, I believe, 65. I don't think it hit 60. I could be wrong on that though. But we're at 60 now, and that's fine. Take a nice journey. Just cruising. All right, so check this out. Even though this video is not going to be released for a few days, and there's reason for that. Let's see. I got to get over port of entry. No, do not want to get off there at the port of entry. We are not going into Mexico. No, not today. So anyways, today is Sunday, and it's time zone or time change day. So we went from standard time over to daylight savings time this morning at 2 a.m. So while most of America is losing an hour today, unless you're in one of those places that doesn't change the time zone, then you're not gaining or losing an hour. I'm actually going to be gaining an hour today. And you're like, yeah, whatever. No, seriously. I started today in Texas, in the western part of Texas, in the central time zone. Okay, let's see here. We got a corner. Let me slow her down. Woo, that's how you get to Mexico, right over there. All right, so, oh, look at that. There's the wall. There it is, right there. And y'all know it's on the other side of the wall. Mexico. And we're going to get into that whole Mexico thing in a moment, too. Look at that. There's a water park over there. You can see that through the wall. Man, we are like right there. I think this is officially the closest I've ever been to Mexico. I had another video where I was in southern Arizona where I was really close to it, but no, this is like real close. So, all right. So anyways, yeah, I started the day in central time zone in Texas. And of course, at midnight, it was Central Standard Time. 2 o'clock, it switched over to Central Daylight Time, so I lost an hour. But now as I'm driving west, I'm now in Mountain Daylight Time, so I've gained that hour back. Okay, so now I'm even. Except I'm going to keep on driving west, and once I hit Arizona, I'll be in Mountain Standard Time, which is the same as Pacific Daylight Time, and I'll gain an hour. So yes, everybody's losing an hour today. I'm gaining one. Oh man, so while we are waiting for a little bit more scenery here, let me tell you about what's going on for any of you guys who do keep up on what's going on. I am now on that load that I was speaking to you guys about on the last video. Yes, the $17,000 18-day load. Woo, it's nice. It's going to be nice. I'm on it right now. I still can't tell you where I'm going because I'm probably going to release this video while I'm still on that load. I'm not going to make you guys wait. But you guys can tell I'm heading westbound. So I went ahead and picked up the order. Now, the order was picking up, I can tell you, it was picking up in Irving, Texas. And if you're a driver, you know there's no parking near Irving, Texas. Oh, man, nothing. The closest that was realistic for where I was coming from was in Denton, Texas, which is north. About 30 minutes north, except it's on the 35, part of the 35E and then the 35W. And construction, all funneling down to one lane. You got other highways merging. Oh man, it was taking me forever to get up to Denton. It took me about an hour and 15 minutes from the Irving area to begin with, just to get up to Denton to park for the overnight. And I did a 34-hour while I was there too, up in Denton. So it took me so long, and I was like, man, I'm really worried. You know, I'm gonna have to get up really early and check that out. Let's go around this car here. All right, so I knew I was gonna have to get up really early to make it to my appointment at 7:30 in the morning, which I know some people are like, that's no big deal, but I had to make it there by 7:30. You know, early mornings are fine, but that's got to be pretty early. And then they call me like in the evening before and say, hey, they're trying to get everybody loaded up here, and they need to bump you up to 7 o'clock. So be there at 7. Like, are you kidding me? The good news was it was a pickup on a Saturday. There was no traffic that early in the morning. Even heading into Irving, which is normally go in the flow of traffic, go in the flow with traffic. So, yeah, fortunately no traffic. Everything was fine. I made it there in plenty of time. I made it there about 20 minutes early, which was good. I always like to be there early anyway.
1 mile. Arrive at Texas 375 loop on the left.
Thank you, Nagatha. That's just a waypoint I set into her so that she would actually take this little detour. Otherwise, she would just take me along Interstate 10. So I had to trick her and let her think I was stopping over here. All right, look at that. It's a pretty good view right here. We got Ranger Pride on the other side here, on the El Paso side. Now you guys are staring at much more of a wall than I was thinking you guys would be. But I'm getting the view of El Paso over here too. Not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, that is one heck of a wall. I do not see anybody getting over that pretty easily.
In 500 feet, arrive at Texas 375 loop on the left.
All right. Thanks again, Nagatha.
In 4 miles, keep left to Texas 375 loop west.
All right. So, loaded up. Those loading docks, though, the way they were set up, it was, the building was kind of a horseshoe-shaped building, or a U-shape, block U-shape. And the loading docks were inside the horseshoe portion. And that's interesting. The wall gets a little shorter right there. Not sure what that's all. Maybe like an access point or something is what it looks like. He was a little loud. It's called a muffler, buddy. Anyway, yeah, so everybody trying to get in there, and there was not a lot of room. We were all trying to squeeze in there. They had to fit us in like Tetris pieces. You know, if one person had to go first, and like I was there first, I had to pull out of the way, and the person behind me had to back in first, and then me, and then somebody else, and we were all in there like Tetris pieces. It was tight, but we made it. It wasn't a big deal. We were all experienced drivers, no issues. So it was all good. They loaded us up pretty quickly, and then off we were to the next stop. That was only half the load. That was we ended up picking up in 2 places out there in the Dallas area. So that was half the load. I got out of there first because That was an easy Tetris piece out of there. I did have to have them go and re-secure the load though, or help me re-secure the load, because they just had stuff everywhere. You know, they didn't strap stuff down as well as it should have been. So that was a little delay, but even with that delay, I was still out of there within an hour and 15 minutes. So that was good. Off to the next spot. Those were all palletized items. Threw those in there, got those secure, and hit the road. I ended up getting there much earlier getting out of there much earlier than I expected. All right, off in the distance is the X. We spoke about the X in the previous video. Didn't get to see it. Now we get to see it, and I've learned so much about it. I originally thought that this X was in El Paso. It's not. It's in Juarez, and it's called La X, which is Spanish for the X. And what is it all about? Why is there one big red X right here? Well, it's a venue that, it's a park that has attractions. They do concerts. Some people have said there's a restaurant or a nightclub up there. Some say it's a viewing deck. I haven't gotten a completely straight answer yet.
Texas 375 Loop West.
But there is something there in the center of the X. There we go. Gonna get a good view of it. I heard it's illuminated at night. But why an X? Well, I've heard a few different things. Here's what I'm going to tell you. I've heard that there's different letters of Mexico in the different border towns. Okay, I haven't found where all the other ones are yet. So if you know that to be true, okay, if you know that to be true, and you know what the other cities are, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Okay, but the X specifically here has a lot to do with the city of Juarez specifically, which was named after President Juarez, who way back in the day.
2 left lanes.
Thanks again, Agatha. Way back in the day, he helped bring the Aztecs and the Spanish together with their different cultures, because he was half Spanish, half Aztec.
Continue on Texas 375 Loop.
So he was very instrumental in making Mexico what it is today. In addition, Mexico used to be Mexico, spelled M-E-J-I-C-O, or Mexico, and he actually was the one to change it to Mexico, right along apparently the same time that Tejas changed to Texas. Same type of thing. So it's very fitting that they put the letter X right here, because President Juarez, the person who the city is named after, was responsible for introducing the letter X into Mexico. So there you have it. That's the history I have learned right here from all you guys. So thank you very, very much. I learned a lot of history about Pancho Villa being out here. The hills and the mountains and everything. I learned history about old El Paso. All that stuff's in the comments. So go check out my previous video and read through that. All right, looks like over this little pass here, we might get a pretty good view. Oh yeah, check out that view right there. There's a good view. Oh boy, what's it say up on the mountain? I don't know if you can see it in this view, but on the mountain range, which is now out of view for you guys. We'll get to that in a moment, but there's some big old writing there. I want to see if I can see it when we get closer. But yeah, you guys are getting a good view of Mexico right here. Got a stadium right there. Not sure what that stadium's for, but if you know, please let me know. Ooh, a power substation. All right, here we go. You can maybe see the writing here. I'm gonna slow down. Speed limit 45. Oh, look at that. We're not the only ones taking this this tour. We got a whole group of motorcycles up here. They're taking the tour as well. Also got a train depot. All right, so this writing up on the mountainside, being blocked off by the trains. It's kind of faded, It was painted a long time ago, and there's a lot of smog. Alright. Gotta slow it down a little bit. Man, there's a lot of barbed wire here. So this is a train depot, obviously an access point. And the bridge. That is the bridge right there. Well, one of the bridges. Cross into Mexico and back to the U.S. A lot of people standing around, a lot of pedestrian traffic. Yeah, I can see the writing better from right here, but I can't really see what it says. So there's another thing I'm going to ask of you guys. If you guys know what that says, let me know. It's way off to the side now, and I can't sit there and read it. It's in Spanish, which is fine. I can read Spanish pretty decently, but it's too hard for me to sit there and try and read that while I'm driving. Not the safest thing. So I'm gonna ask you guys, what does it say? In the meantime, look at that. Look at that view. All those homes. These are the same homes that we were looking at in the last video. So now we get a much better view. Check that out. You can definitely tell the difference in culture between the U.S. and Mexico based on the colors of the houses. Okay? In the U.S., we're, browns and neutral colors and stuff like that. Some grays on the houses. In Mexico, man, we got lots of bright blues, pinks, purples, yellows, orange. There's a green one. Man, they any old color. Pick a color. All right. Maybe on the next time through here, I'll do the same thing, but facing the other way. So either, we're passing UTEP right now, which is why I kind of want to do this, because UTEP, you can't see it. It's on the other side. So I think next time I come through here, I'll take the same route, but I'll face it towards El Paso, so that way you guys get a good view of El Paso. But it's not every day I get to be this close to the Mexican border and see all that. Now, up there on the mountaintop, at the peak of that mountain that you can see, I believe that's the mountain that I was hearing about, where there's this, I see something up there. I can't tell if it's a star or a cross or something, but I believe that's the mountaintop where that star is illuminated at night, and you can see it. It may be one of the other mountains. I'm not sure. So again, if you know, let me know. It looks like that's a cross up there, not a star, but it's off in the distance. I can't tell. So again, looking to you locals, let me know. Or if you've been here, you know the answer. It's appreciated. All right, so let's see, back to where I was a while ago in my conversation. I'm on this load, really good load. I am looking forward to it. I'm gonna run into my mom again. Yes. My mom happens to be in Arizona, southern Arizona, for one more day. She's leaving out tomorrow, and today I'm gonna see her. So yeah, I actually get to see her tonight. I'm gonna have dinner with her and all of her friends, so that's gonna be awesome. I run into my mom more now as a driver than I ever have. I really do.
West Expressway on the left.
So I'm going to be able to do that. I've got lots of time sitting on this load. So I'm going to have to try and find some things to do. I've got some ideas. I'm probably going to take you guys along with me on some of them. So definitely stay tuned. It may get exciting. The thing I'm most excited about of all of it, though, is the fact that while I'm sitting, I'm not using diesel, which means I don't have to buy as much diesel as I would if I was running every day. And man, right now, that is such a benefit, I tell you. That is really a benefit. So anyway, all right, guys, we are back on Interstate 10.
500 feet. Arrive at Border West Expressway on the left.
Nagatha, thank you for taking us along this tour. I appreciate it.
2.5 miles. Keep left to I-10 West.
All right, thank you, Nagatha. All right, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the view, enjoyed the scenery, enjoyed this ride along. Again, throw your comments in there. Let me know what you think. Share your info, share your knowledge. We all appreciate it. And until the next video, guys, and I've got something planned for the next video, so yeah, definitely stay tuned. Later, guys.